In the early days of baseball, bats came in all shapes and sizes. In fact, many players used the long wooden poles that attached to the front of farm wagons as they provided the best combination of strength and flexibility at the time. In 1859, the first regulations regarding the dimensions of wooden bats were created. Although bats have continued to develop over the years, bats today resemble the ones used 100 years ago. The biggest differences are that bats today are much lighter and have thinner handles. Since the incorporation of these regulations, most wood bats have been made from ash wood. More recently, hickory, bamboo, and especially the lighter maple wood have gained popularity among players. Barry Bonds popularized maple bats when he set the record with his 73 home runs in one season. Recently, Major League Baseball has debated whether maple bats are safe to use, due to the tendency for them to shatter on impact with the ball, endangering the players and spectators. Aluminum bats are popular in Little League, high school, and college. However, baseball players with real aspirations to enhance their hitting game always practice with wood, and younger players are making the switch. The evolution of wood baseball bats has turned yet another corner. The discovery of a new wood is revolutionizing the wood bat industry. Only grown in the remote forests of South America, this wood is known as guayabi.
With the introduction of exotic species, one must ask the manufacturer, what is it you expect from the forest in order to preserve it best? Actually, nobody here really knew how to play baseball. We only had reference from those who played, but the challenge is what caught our attention.
The people working here are really good people, very humble and hard-working individuals.
We began studying the different local species and concluded that guayabi would simply be ideal for baseball bats. Guayabi is locally used for strong handles for axes, shovels, sledgehammers, and more. So we knew the hardness, resistance, and flexibility were there, making it ideal.
In order to create the most balanced bat possible, there are several different phases we go through in order to allow the wood to release tension so that the machine does the exact same thing as if each bat were to be cut by hand.
One of the most exciting things about our project is that we cut the wood, we saw the billets, we turned the bats, we paint the bats, and we pack them all in the same place in the middle of the South American subtropical forest.
The last few years have really been about experimenting and perfecting the bats and really getting to be where we want to be. And it seems that finally now it's all coming together. When we go to such tournaments like here in Fort Myers and you have kids that are really just loving the product, appreciating being part of Southbat, and really feeling like we're part of something big.
The kids, when we've been hitting and batting practice, come out of the cage with a different look in their eye, and so much about success when you're dealing with baseball players is the mental factor, the confidence factor. And when they feel good about the product that they're swinging, it makes them a better baseball player. As soon as we got the Southbats in the cage, that sound was very apparent. It sounded like an explosion as the ball was coming off. And the kids look at each other, look at themselves, and they say, you know, I'm hitting the ball harder than I'm used to hitting it. It's almost like they were still hitting with aluminum bats.
The early signs right now point to this bat being one of the top bats in the industry.
I feel real confident, you know, with guayabi wood. It's really helping our bats well. We've been able to play well, we've been able to hit well, we've been doing all phases of the game.
The ball comes off way harder than everything else I've really used. I mean, even when you catch one off the handle, it doesn't hurt at all. The bats are real tough.
Trent picked one up the first time and said, "Dad, I think I like this." And it was a testament because in his first game he hit 2 home runs with it.
Second game I went 2 for 2 at the plate with 2 3-run home runs.
We had a couple of balls hit yesterday, you know, by a 15-year-old. I'd say one traveled 375, 380. It would have been really nice to have a bat like this when I played. I probably would have been more than a 250 hitter.
This is the best wood bat I've ever used. I've used a lot. I've used the Marucci, the Mizuno, Louisville Slugger, Rongs. I've used a lot, and so far this is the best one. Everyone's looking for an advantage, and you see us using Southbats, using guayabi wood. People are going to jump on it right away. See our success, maybe it translates to their success too.
With Sebastian coming on out here, I know it was one of those things that he was excited about, trying to come to the Midwest and, you know, exposing the Midwest to Southbat. I believe in the product. I think it's worked real well for our summer teams that have used it in the past.
We're really excited to get you guys hitting with these and, you know, getting Southbat to the next level.
I used them over the summer, this past summer. I really like the texture of them. It feels different, it sounds different. Everything, it swings different.
This is my first time using Southbat. I like it a lot. You can tell by the handle and the way it feels when you hit the ball. You can actually feel it flex in your hand.
We had a broken bat today, ball at the end of the bat. Most bats, it would have been shattered, a couple pieces. This bat actually stayed in one piece. Very impressed. I know one of the things that Major League Baseball is trying to get rid of is the shattering of the bats, flying at people. This bat may have got that all figured out.
I would like to see Southbat being used in the pros one day. And I can say I started using it first.
Looking forward to maybe getting something together with my high school in Southbat in the future.
I'm here at Home Run Park in Anaheim, California. My grandfather opened this batting cage in 1961, and we have a retail store and an online store called cheapbats.com. Sebastian came in here and he had a new type of wood, and he offered to let us actually try it out, which was unique. Most people come in here and they want us to buy 100 bats before we even try a bat out.
This is that first Southbat that I brought you guys.
Nice.
You guys had it in the cages for 9 straight months.
It went out there, it hit what seemed to be better than any wood bat that we had in the store. And you guys were basically guaranteeing something on a wood bat that nobody else did.
We gave people a demo in ash or maple. They would break almost every day. It's exciting to see something kind of new in baseball, especially in the wood bat industry, which has been dominated by ash so long and maple recently in the past 10 or 12 years. I think in the future a lot of Major League Baseball players will be swinging Southbat and Guayabi wood.
We started 3 years ago by believing in a product that we knew that we could turn into something of premium quality. All the way from Argentina to the baseball world in America. Guayabi is a wood type that is responding extremely well to the demands of the American players, who are clearly the best in the world. This truly gives us the strength and motivation to continue working hard at perfecting our models and maintaining the premium quality of our products, so that everyone, from the young kids all the way up to the Major League pros, can discover this wood, which is Guayabi.
Southbat is proud to support communities in need and inspire the future athletes of tomorrow. We help organizations such as the Boca Unidos Sports Club, which is located in the low-income community of Chaco, Argentina. Recently, we visited them and brought them sports gear and equipment, as well as a donation from the proceeds of our sales. Another organization that we help out is the Believe Foundation, a foundation originally formed by scholarship recipients of programs supported by the U.S. Embassy in Argentina. They teach good values and ethics to low-income teenagers through sports and volunteer work. Southbat is out here today. We're visiting local communities such as here in Santa Ana. This is the Santa Ana Pony League.
Swinging these wooden bats will make the game feel more like real baseball to these kids, make them feel like the Major League Baseball players.
I have 2 boys in the league, and they are 8 years old and 5 years old. Baseball equipment is very expensive. As they grow, the bats change. Even letting the kids try out some bats. Sometimes they go to the store, they don't even know what they're getting. So being able to experience this and swinging all different types of bats and just having fun, it's a great experience for them.
We live in hard times right now. For you guys to come out and extend this gratitude towards our league is very much appreciated. And I know these kids are not going to forget something like this.
We appreciate Southbat coming out to give these kids bats and donating to our community. It's a great experience for these little guys.
It's something kind of special when you see a kid come up to you and say, "Thank you for my bat."
When kids practice with wood bats and they go out to their games and use aluminum, they actually end up hitting much better. They usually improve their batting average and they tend to hit a little bit further.
It's been a great experience to be able to come back to Riverview Park. I grew up a couple of blocks from here, so to come back and be able to give back to a community that gave me so much is very fulfilling.
Normally I swing a 34, 35-inch maple, and first time I hit with the Southbat, all of a sudden balls are flying out. I was like, wow, the sound is really different than normal bat. Well, you can tell on the ball carry. So when I get out of the cage, the guy says, why did you swing a 33? You normally swing a 34, 35. I was like, holy cow, it's a 33.
And I'm currently trying to relive the dream as an adult baseball player. I'm really hesitant to buy bats because I know every time I hit it right off the end, I'm going to snap it. So currently I do own a composite bat, a full composite bat in the men's league I play in. Hitting out here though, I had no problem with this bat at all. I didn't feel like it was going to break. So I would actually spend money on a wood bat.
I played D1, junior college, NAIA baseball, played scout ball in high school. I'm still playing 25 and over. We're about to switch from regular metal bat to wood bat, I think, this year. And Southbat, in terms of what it is and what it offers a player at this point in terms of the density factor with in comparison to maple and ash, it's either just as hard as maple or harder. I've been hitting with it for a couple months now in the batting cage and live BP, and I've got to tell you that it's really the way that these bats are balanced and the way that the ball comes off the bat. There's really no comparison.
I'm playing baseball at Orange Coast College right now. First baseman, a little bit of outfield. I usually swing ash majority. The only thing I don't like about ash is the thinner handles that I usually get. I like, because I have bigger hands, so I like swinging a thicker handle. I feel like I can get the weight distribution on them is a little better. So I like this one, the S141. It's a thicker handle, it's 34, but it felt like a 33. A lot lighter, better weight distribution. Especially when hearing it come off the bat and how it felt. Some of the balls I squared up didn't even feel like I hit that hard, but they just carried.
If you don't have the right tools when you go out to actually play a baseball game, you're setting yourself up to fail. I've had a couple pro guys swing it, and they swing exclusively Marucci and sandbats, and they said if it was completely certified by Major League Baseball, this would be a bat that they would entertain using for sure.
We still have a good 6-7 games of the fall left, and we're using wood, and I snapped my bat last week, so.
Our idea is to be part of something bigger. Not just a new brand, but an organization and a network of people who share a common passion and love for sports and also care about giving back to their communities.
When you combine such an amazing product and think of all the people that are involved behind the project, it really proves to us that we're going in the right direction.
Thinking about where we were 3 years ago, from just trying to figure out how to turn the right bat, to where we are today and traveling all over the country and hearing the feedback from young players up to advanced players, I can only imagine what the future holds for Southbat.